We knew it would be a tough game. I think the 4-1 lead kind of surprised everyone, and but Michigan State came back, and when they got that early goal, it was a new game in the third period, and I like the way we battled hard. We had a couple of chances, they had a couple of chances. The game still could have gone either way.
We're just happy to be in games now and, hopefully turning the tide on the season. But anytime you play against Michigan State, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be back and forth hockey. It's going to be intense. We had a phenomenal crowd tonight. It's great playing for a crowd like that. But when you play Michigan State, it's going to be like that.
Red always talks about how the best players have to be the best players. Was that what we saw tonight? Obviously, Dave scoring, Chris scoring, the leaders stepping up.
Yeah, I think the guys that we needed to stepped up tonight. I thought every line played well. Honey played well, and we knew what needed to be done. So yeah, I think so.
What does it say about the resolve of the team that, as it started going downhill a little bit, that they were able to keep them out?
Yeah, I like we battled hard. We were hanging on there for a couple of shifts, especially on the PK. We couldn't get off, and they eventually scored. But our team, we went out with the next shift and played hard and stayed in the game. So, I think our team's a better team than we were 2 weeks ago or 2 months ago. But, we haven't had a lot to show for it. But this was an important game, obviously, important win.
Do you think your team loses that game 2 weeks ago?
Probably. Probably it goes in, whether it's a bad play on our part or a bounce. But, we hung on to that and good for us. We're right there in all these games. You've seen us play, and a lot of them are close games. But finding a way to win them is the key now.
What does it mean in a game like this to have your first 2 goals come from guys like Wahlberg and Brown, veterans who haven't been scoring as much?
Well, that's huge, and the first goal period is huge. But those were good goals too. They weren't lucky goals. They were good goals, good plays, and good players, and it's good to see them on the board.
How important was it to get rewarded late in the second after probably your best period in a month?
Yeah, and that I thought that cushion would help us. I don't know if it did. Definitely, that having to kill that penalty early put us on our heels. But that was a big goal, just the same, and that turns out to be the winning goal. Scored in the second period.
Do you get a sense that Hunwick is just not going to let it go in this last 2 minutes?
Yeah, he's back. He's back. He's. Now you never know. He could have a bad game, but he's back. He's in sync. He's confident. He's focused. He's back. I think that shutout up in Alaska, and he played ball in the first game too, and didn't get a lot of bounces. But that shutout really helped him and helped our team.
Sean, can you describe that last minute 23? What that was like, and the will it took to keep that puck out of the net?
I mean, it was crazy. The puck was all over the zone. They were all over us. We were lucky to get out of that, with the win. But a lot of times it goes a different way. One block shot here or miss assignment, the game's tied, and then we're going to overtime. So it's huge to be able to play in games like that. For down the road, you look back at games last season. You got to be able to win 1-goal games, and with the goalie out, you got to be able to do a job.
How big is this game for you? Not just because you won, but because arguably you played some of the best hockey that you guys have played in a while.
Yeah, it's huge. We need to get back on a streak here and winning, and that's a good team we played against tonight. So it's encouraging for the guys on the team, and hopefully we'll do it again tomorrow.